go today. And of course, we will open up for any question. Uh, Mostly, we use our system to uh, to conduct all the activities. Let me share my screen. Any before we started, anyone have any question or any topic that you want me to cover? Like any general question about some feature that you might have?
Now this will be perfect because I just had a contract and I'm working on a loan right now. So your training will be perfect timing for me.
Okay, cool. So let me share the screen. So in general, you see my screen. Everyone see my screen. Okay. In general, we have we break down our pipeline into lead, prospects, and then loans. So that's how we move things. We should try to capture as many leads as possible. Let's say 100 leads, and we work on the leads every day. Hopefully, we can convert 5 or 10 of them into applying and become an applicator. We call them a prospect. If they fill out an application, they are a prospect. And if they submit all the documents, they finish the application, you review them, everything look good, you convert it into a loan so that the processor can submit the loan to the lender. So we move from leads to prospect to loans. That's how we break down our clients. I'm sorry, I have allergy. I'm sorry.
Oh, bless you.
I'm sorry. Okay, so as you can see here, lead. Some of you see only the My tab. If you are a branch manager, you can see the branch tab. If you have full permission, you can see the whole company leads. And we also have a team too. If you work with someone in the team, you can see the team tab. And on the top, you can see how many active leads, how many new, how many already we contacted them, how many in the conversation, and how many they are interested, how many we nurture or no response. And we also keep track of all follow-up, all of these follow-up. We need to keep track. So it is very important to, let's say if you have a small pipeline, you don't have a lot of leads or prospect or loan, then everything easy. But imagine in the future, you have 200 leads. And sometimes some of the lead, let's say they told you, hey, I'm going to travel to Europe for a month. Don't call me, don't call me until August. Let's say that. So you want to make sure that you don't call them at all until August, right? And imagine you have 200 leads. You don't want to spend time go to one by one every day. It costs so much time. So we have a system we call follow-up. And let's say this borrower, he said that don't call me until August 1st. So you go to need to follow up here. Go to action needs to follow up, and you can mark that. Okay, wake up. We put that into a sleep mode, and we'll wake up August 1st, and then we can write the reason why. You can write a note, and then you decide that how do you get notified. If you want to, you don't have to. You can leave all blank. But if it's urgent, important, you can, hey, send me a text. And who will receive the text? So you can decide that, or you can type in the new text. And this could be your borrower. It could be the lead. It could be your realtor. So on this date, this time, this message will be text to anyone you want to. That is the first thing. Secondly, the follow-up will be marked like this. And then every day when you come in, you click on this button, all past due follow-up flag. So let's say from now until end of September, if you click on this flag, you don't see that lead at all because it's sleeping. It won't show up in the list here. Only the lead that past due will fall up here, will show up here. Okay. It will show up here. So this will help you save you so much time because some of the lead might not be touched. You might not touch it until a year from now. You never know, right? Let's say you go out there and meet a client. They say, hey, call me next year. My kid will finish college and he will buy a house. Go put in the lead here and follow up next year. Most people will forget about it and you lose a valuable clients. But if you put in here, let it sleep for a year and wake up, it's perfect, right? So this little tips is so important because we should not lose any leads. Those are so important. So we need to keep track of all important leads or clients. When should we contact them? And this is a simple system to help you know when you should reach out to your lead every day. So keep it simple every day, every 2 days, go click in here. Whatever transaction they have a past due, we have to call them. And then after you call them, they say, hey, yeah, thank you for calling me. It's great that you remember this. I forgot. But right now I'm still not ready. Maybe call me in 2 weeks. Then if the client say that, you click on the flag here and move it 2 weeks forward. Move it 2 weeks forward. And that will help allow you to keep track when to continue to follow up. Okay. So that is the first thing that you need to manage your lead. And make sure you write notes. Whatever note you put in here, you create it, it will save for you. It will save for you. Okay. And some of the lead here are older because some of the assistant or some of the loan officer do not follow up, and that is bad. Okay. Let me see what else. We can filter by language, transaction amount. For internal staff, or if you are a loan officer, if you use Ring Central, we can click here and make a phone call. Or we can click here to see the conversation of the text, and you can type in a new text message and you can send it out to the lead. Very convenient. We keep track of all conversation. And you don't have to pick up the phone and dial. You can click here to call. You can click here to call, or you can click here to send a text. Click here to call. And you can send an email from our system too. So our CRM allow us to manage the leads, to keep track when we should follow up, keep track all the notes. We can call, text, and email them. We can track the status, and we can find out what are the preferred method of communication. Some clients say, do not call me, text me, so you can change that too. Hey, Larry.
Hey, Thuan, for that Ring Central, if we've never used it or don't have it, how do we get set up with it?
The only thing that prevents you from having it is the cost. It costs like almost $40 a month. So I know that most of you have a cell phone already, and you might not need to have Ring Central. That's why we don't offer that. Yeah, we have to control the cost, and that's why we cannot give it to you. But if you want, let's say in the future you have a lot of transactions, you don't mind paying, then we can sign up for you. Then you can use it, but you have to pay.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything add up. Everything add up. Technology. Every company try to get you to pay. So at Loan Factory, we already try to minimize all the costs if possible. But Ring Central, we cannot replace that. We try to build all the software, any feature, anything you see out there that's good and you want to use it, let us know. We try to build into our system so that you can use. But for Ring Central, we have no solution for that. Okay. And one more thing is, let's say we all know that rates are dropping, interest rates are dropping, and whoever bought the house late last year, the rate might be 6.5% or 7%. So you might be able to refinance for them. So let's say you have, a realtor or a company that closed 20 transactions late last year. You can ask for their name, their email, and let's say some information like purchase price and loan amount. Then you can put in here. You can import. We can do a bulk import into the system. Import multiple leads here. You can import in here, and you can track the rate. These are very useful because rates are dropping. Who knows that next month or 3 months from now, the rate drop to 5.5 or 5%. And these clients, they will refinance, right? So you can load them in here, and you can create a rate alert for them. Let's say they bought a house 500, and we try it out. Okay, so you know. It's a bug. That's a bug. So you can create a rate alert, and when the alert hit, when the target rate hit, you get notified. And not only you got notified, but the client can get notified. So the client can get notified as well. Something wrong with that lead, and that's why. So you can create a rate alert, let's say 5.75%, 0.0 cost. This is our target rate. And it's so easy to set up the rate alert. You see that you run the code and then click the button. Now it takes you to here, and you decide what is the frequency that the alert should be run. How often should we send the email to the clients? Daily, or when the target hit, or weekly? If you send daily, they might hate you. They say, "Oh, you send me too many emails." But if you send weekly, it's somewhat reasonable. Sometimes they say, don't email me. I only want to refinance if it hit 5.5%. Then set to this when target hit. Otherwise, don't email. And you can even select the lender, and you can set, like, right now the cost is $3,400. You can set to 0 or 400, because when the client, from the time the client receives the notification, they will apply, they will get ready, and then we can lock. It might take 1 or 2 or 3 days, and rate might change rapidly. So you want to give yourself some time to prepare. So we know that the client wants 5.75, no point, no cost. But right now the cost is too much. But then normally I put it a few $100s. So, and then I tell them, hey, your target rate almost hit. You want 5.75, no cost? It's almost there. We should get ready now. We should start the application and get ready because rate change every day. If if the rate, you never know, the rate got a tiny bit better, then I can lock for you. Right now it's only $400 away from your target rate and cost, and that's so tiny. $400 is nothing. Rate just tick up a little bit or tick down a little bit, then we can lock for you. So explain to them that rate is almost very close to what they want, and they should apply. They should proceed with the refinance. So you created this, and then decide whether you want to email or text or do both to the borrower. Send it to the borrower. So this is what you can do to build up your future pipeline. And imagine I have 10,000 borrowers. They all have an alert. And when rate keep dropping, every day I have hundreds of new clients because of this. I don't have to do anything. And I have to admit that so many loan officers out there don't have the system. And that means they losing out a lot. Imagine I myself don't have the system. I lose so much money because when the rate drop and getting lower and lower, so many clients I can get from them without doing anything. I don't have to struggle. Of course, I have 10,000 of clients. How do I know which one I should call? It happened a lot in the past 2-3 years when rate go from 6 to 5 to 4. There's so much potential. There's so many clients that want to refinance. So this system is the reason why I have so many clients. The client get notified, they call me, or they go and apply. I don't have to do anything. That's how I grow my production so fast. Imagine I don't have this, I lose out so much. So that's why I want all of you to start using the rate alert. Keep track of the alert for your clients. And the system will track for you. You don't have to do anything. All you need to do is set it up, and that's all. So you need to run the code and click on rate tracking and save it and create it. There's only 2 clicks. It's only 2 clicks. And I see many people don't use it. Here, let me show you one example. One example here. So Anne, right? She's one of the top loan officers right now. She's doing a good job. But if I look at her lead, so this is Anne lead. She did not create any rate tracking. She didn't use follow-up flag. There's a lot of things that even her, she's a good loan officer. So far, she's very good, but she still doesn't know about all of this. Create a flag to follow up. She didn't create rate alert. Now let me move to prospect. Oh, I'm sorry. She have 2 refinance prospect right now. So look at this. These are refinance prospect, right? We supposed to track For refinance, and this is rate and term, right? Our system track what is the current rate and what is the target rate. So you see right here, this borrower current rate 8.75. The target rate is 6%. See, our system track all of this and help you. We bring it out here so that every day you look at it and say, oh, this client, we need to refinance. 6% is the target. There's some issue, there's a few problems here. First of all, why we have to wait so far, like 3% lower? That's crazy. I would refinance if I can lower 1% or even 0.5%. We should not advise clients to wait too long. A penny saved is a penny earned, right? If you save 0.5 point, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money, 0.5 point, 0.5 percentage point. And here, why would we want to wait for a rate to drop 3%? That doesn't make sense. And then secondly, we can click here to see what is the current rate. Assume that the borrower, we should check the rate. And as you can see, our tool is so cool, so easy to use. You click, and you get the answer. So easy, so fast. That's why I'm so proud that our system is the best platform out there. You click twice, you know what happened. So this one, 6%, it costs $6,000. That's nothing compared to her rate of almost 9%. So I would tell the borrower, hey, why would you want to wait? You can go 6% and pay $6,000. After 6 months, you make so much money. You can save, or they can go 6.75%, and the rate almost no cost. So the borrower can lower the rate 2% and pay no cost. What are we waiting for, right? And then you can create rate alert. You set it up. Say, so the borrower will receive it. The borrower, I set it up already. So I will repeat it again. Update the alert if you want to update. Here's the borrower email. They will receive an email when target rate hit 6.75% with no cost. And right now the cost is $7.94. You can update it. So let the alert run in every day. The system will check for you. We'll email the borrower. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything. We are done. So now let's go to the loan pipeline. We can go to her loan pipeline. She have 10 loans. So here's her loan here, her name here, right? And you can see who's the LOA that helping her, the processor that helping her. And if I click on it, I can tell exactly, here's the loan officer, here's the LOA, here's the setup processor, submission processor, condition, closing. So this loan is in closing, and that's why it highlight here. We pass all of this. If it's in closing, she document that title right here, and lock expiration the 19, the closing date the 16. Or look at this one. The system is will show you the most important information. So every day, let's say I work N, right? I come in here, I see that here's 10 loans. It doesn't cost me so much time to manage my pipeline because I look at this loan, I see that this loan is approved with condition. There's some to do here. I need to click on it and make sure I take care of it. The rate has been locked. Expiration is June 12. The closing date is June 15. So because it's approved, I can click on it to see what are the conditions on the loans, right? The borrower have 5 conditions. Borrow 5 conditions they need to take care. So you can read it. You can read it, and if you don't understand, you can call your LOA to ask or get help, or you can call the condition processor to get help. So this happens 2 days. The condition processor is supposed to work with your clients to clear them. That is their job. Everyone can see this. It's on the cloud, right? Everyone can see it. You can see it. The LOA can see it. The condition processor can see it. The borrower can see it. Everyone can see what happened into the loan so that everyone can understand and help each other. If you see some condition that you are worrying, then you should discuss with the condition processor and try to solve it. Or you can read it and then call your borrower and say, hey, we need 5 items from you. And then you go over with your clients. But normally our condition processor take care of all of this for you. But if you want to be hands-on, you can work with the condition processor, tell the condition processor, hey, do not worry about talking to the client, I'll take care of it. But believe me, I know that some of you are good, but I have to say that most of you cannot be as good as our condition processor because they handle thousands of transactions already. They have so much experience dealing with these kind of conditions every day. They take care of so many transactions. They see all of this many times. So you are free to work with your condition processor to learn from them or to discuss, to find out a solution. If they run into problem, you and them can work with the lender to solve the problem. But these are the most critical conditions for the borrower to take care. If we can clear this, we have two other conditions for closing agent, which is the title of escrow. They have to take care of this before closing. And then as a loan officer, we have condition for you too. So the loan officer, when we talk about loan officer, that is the loan officer, the processor, and the LOA. We break it down further. So as the loan officer, you have only one task: call the client to complete the social media. We're trying to track that. But the processor will take care of some. The LOA will take care of some for you. So this is how we keep track of to-do. If we clear all the to-do, the loan can be cleared to close and we can wrap it up the loan. So as you can see, you can, within only a few clicks, 3 clicks, you can see exactly what's going on with the loan. You know where it's going. Is it on track to close on time? Any difficult or major problem? And here the priority is also important. If it's higher, it's urgent. We should pay more attention. But if for some refinance it's not urgent, you can put it at medium or low. You know, or some loan the borrower doesn't even want to deal with you. You can put it lower. So because sometimes if you have a big pipeline, you need to label the loan correctly. Which one is the highest that get the most attention every day? Let's say you have 50 loans. When you start the day, you want to focus on the 2 highest ones, the highest loan, and then move to the high, move to the medium. You don't just jumping around. Or if you go from top to the bottom, that is not good. Because let's say this loan have to close tomorrow, and right now it's not ready to be closed. It's not clear to close. Then they have to be higher. And every day you need to be, everyone needs to take care of this one first. So, and then let's say this loan is not even locked and it has 45 days to close. It's not urgent at all. So we can put it at the lower, you know, medium or lower priority. Don't try to put everything higher, because this is for you, not for anyone else, for you and your team to work together. So if you put everything higher, it defeating the purpose, right? And then it confuse yourself and your team. You don't know which one is the highest or high. So make sure you use all of the feature here. Make sure you play around. Anything you can click on that. So referral realtor, that means this loan referred to us by a referral realtor, and you can track that too. You can create more label. So any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, so here's the problem that I see with this loan officer. She never create rate alert, and that's why you see the button rate tracking. She created one alert here, and as soon as we lock, it become inactive. The reason is we don't want to lock the rate, and then a few days later, rate drops. If we don't disable the alert, the client will receive an email with lower rate, and they will call you and say, hey, rate drop, I want lower rate, and we're in trouble. So as soon as we lock the rate, right here, we input into the system, we will disable the rate alert automatically. And 4 months after we close the transaction, the system will turn it on automatically. That is how we help you. We save you time. The system is supposed to be smart. It disables the alert after lock the rate, and then it enables the alert again 4 months after we lock the rate. That way, we always have tons of alerts running every day to check the rate for our clients, to see if it's a good time to lock or not, to refinance or not. So, so the one major thing that she needs to improve is create rate alert for every single loan. That is one thing that all of us have to do. If you have a lead, a prospect, or a loan, go in and try to create an alert. This way, the system will do the talking for you. It will communicate to the borrower to let the borrower know the rate. If you don't, the borrower will not get notified from you. The borrower doesn't know that you're working for them. The borrower doesn't know what is the rate right now. And sometimes, if the borrower receives an email say the rate is this, they will start thinking, oh, you are working for them. Oh, you pay attention. Oh, you send them an email. Oh, the rate is low. Oh, I should consider refinance. Oh, I should contact now. What if rate go up? So the more communication you have with the borrower, the better it is. And by doing, let's see how many clicks. 3 clicks. 1, 2, and 3 clicks. Less than 30 seconds, you can create a rate alert and forget about monitoring the rate. There are so many loan officers out there run into problem that, let's say the borrower wants to refinance. The loan officer doesn't have time or don't know how to create a rate alert, or don't know how to create a rate alert, or don't have a tool, and therefore don't even check rate for the borrower. And when rate drop, nobody knows. The client doesn't know. You don't know. And the next day rate went up, it's too late. The client got mad at you. You got mad at yourself. And you lose a transaction because rate keep going up and up. Everyone loses a chance to refinance. So that is why it's so important to create a rate alert. No matter how good you are, you will run into the problem of either you are too busy or a human mistake. You forgot. Everyone forgot. So we have to follow best practice. If you have any transaction coming in, create rate alert right away. Make sure you do that. And let the system handle the thing for you. That's it. So Um, let me go back. So create rate alert is one thing you do. Not only it help you for the current transaction, but after we close, the system will monitor, the system will create a new alert. Let's say the borrower locked the rate, let's say this one. The borrower locked the rate at 6.125, right? 4 months after closing, the system, our system is smart. It will activate the alert and it will automatically set at 5.75%, no cost. So if the rate in the future, a year from now, if rate drop, we can relock it, or we can restart the refinance for the borrower. We can make more money. And we also help the borrower. We impress the borrower because our system is so good. The borrower think that you are the one that monitor the rate for them and tell them when to refinance. And they will impress with you. They will love you, right? So let me see what else I can share with you. Okay. So when you look, one thing I advise everyone. I am the one that build a website, so our website, our 1003 is not a normal 1003. It's not a standard 1003 like other software, because when I run the business, when I run my business, I know what is important to capture, what is good for the business, so that I capture. So if you see any field, make sure you understand every single field in the 1003, because many of these are not standard fields. And try not to ignore it. Loan URL. Loan URL is, let me show you. Loan URL is the URL that we have here. You see here, there's no link, and here's the link. So if we put in the URL, when we click on it, it will take us to the lender website. And if you already log in, it will show that loan in the lender website for you. It saves you so much time.
Can you show that again, please?
I'm sorry?
Can you just show that one more time again?
Yes. So every link, every single link, let me log in so that I can show you. Every single link or field that I created, it has a purpose, and it will help. It will help. So, for example, this loan, right? I go to 1003. See the link here? It's the Rocket Mortgage, Rocket Pro TPO link. So this one, the processor will do it for you. And here, if you see the link, you click on it, it will take you to the lender website and show you the loan. You don't have to log in. You don't have to search for it. It takes so much time. You see how convenient it is to click on it and go to the lender website to find out, oh, this is the status here. It's locked. You can see all information quickly. So the link here is important, right? Here, there's no link because it's so new. We are not submitting it yet. But as soon as we submit it, we have the link. So try to click on every link, every button, find out, learn about it. And let's say, that is why I want, if you have some transaction, try to go to every page, every single field, try to understand. And if you are a new loan officer, try to practice. Go to our sandbox, with18.com. You can go and play around with it. You create a new application, play around with it. Pretend that you are a new loan of client. Pretend that you are a client so that you can understand. I will get back to that later. But on this page, you can. It's important to write a loan story. Very, very important, because you never know, a year from now, 2 years from now, you will talk to the client again. And this is the best place to know, to remember what happened to the loan. So a good loan officer always spend a lot of time. If you are a good loan officer, I would spend at least 15 minutes or even half an hour or even an hour, go to every single page of the 1003. I would learn about the borrower. Remember, they are your client. You need to know your client in order to help them, right? So I would go to every single page, try to understand the borrower. Imagine that they're going to be your friend for life. You want them to be your client for life, right? So that means you need to know everything about them. You need to study about them. Otherwise, how can you expect that they're going to be your client for life? So understanding your client is so critical, because that will help you build a relationship. It will help you when you talk to them, you know everything about them. You know their family, you know their job, you know their money, you know their kids, you know their properties, you know everything about them. So that when you talk to them, they would love you. And that is the key. That is the key in the relationship building. So read everything and then write a good loan story, so that a year from now, when you read that again, you remember, yes, I read it. I read so well. I studied so well. I wrote a good summary about the client, about the loan. So it's important to write a loan story, and I require everyone to write it. In the past, nobody write it. People are, I'm sorry to say, lazy, but that is true. People don't want to do extra things. We need to slow down. We need to do the right thing. It's also helping you. It's help. To be honest with you, this is the best activity. This is the best single activity for every single loan officer, because it shows who you are, how good you know about the borrower, the loan, how good you know about guideline, how would you structure the loan. Write it all down here. Hey, do this because this, and if this doesn't work out, then do this. You know, write all in here. It's all about the loan, how do you structure it right here. So this field is really important, and that's why we put here on top. Here's the user, the owner of the loan, assembly line. All of these should be done automatically for a loan officer, so you don't have to worry. All of this. If you are doing a refinance, then you can pick a closing agent, an escrow company. Compensation, you need to set your compensation. You set it, borrow, pay, how much. You have to do it. And then this is very important. You must, for a purchase, you need to write out what is the appraisal contingency, loan contingency, closing date, all of this. These are important. You have to enter it. And how would your client want to receive? How would you want the client want you to communicate? Text, email, phone. We are trying to move everything into an app. So in the future, we might get rid of email and minimize text and phone. So everything is pushed to an app. The client download an app and they see if we need anything from them or send them any message, it will pop up on the cell phone. So that is the future. Here's the priority. We said it. How did we hear from us? This is critical, very critical, because you want to know your business, where the client come from, right? You want to know what are you good at. Are you getting business from the realtor, or are they returning clients, or they are referred by families or friends? So you need to know all of this. So pay attention. Don't try to rush and skip it. Try to know, are they coming from social media or from search engine? You pick the right one so that you can track your production, your clients, so that you can improve. And one more thing, if the borrower when they fill out the application, they select, oh, my friend referred me. So you might see this, and you might see the name. You might see the name and number, right? So if I were you in this case, I would pick up the phone and call Kevin and say, thank you. I really appreciate it. How did you know about me? Just investigate further, and who knows that this person is your fan or your friend or someone really love you, and you can build a relationship, and you can use that idea to expand it. So it is important to look at where the client come from, and then improve that. Okay. Sometimes, let's say you run an ad on Facebook, and the client come from Facebook ad, it will show up here, and you say that, oh, it's working, so I should continue. Or if you try to promote something on Facebook and you see people coming in and apply, then you know it's worked. So, and then the language that they want to talk to you. I'm working on this. So I'm working on at the end of the transaction, we want to send our gift to the clients, and we want to capture their Facebook. We want them to be our friends. So this is another project I already start moving, and it's going to help you. So let's say you close a transaction, we send them a text or notification, say, hey, thank you for working with us. Now click here to pick a gift. We show them a few gifts. We can customize the gift for them. We send it to them. But then we say, if you want better gift, we give them like premium gift, like maybe this one, something like that. And then we ask them to help us. If you can refer one client, I give you this gift. I'm sorry, referral is not allowed, but other thing, we can ask them to like our page, be our friend, something, and then we give them better gift. And these are the best thing. It's cheap. It's cheaper than buying leads out there. Leads are so expensive, and it's not working. A lead costs $100, and the chance that you can convert is less than 5%, less than 3%. So that is the reason why I don't want to work with leads. I want to generate our own lead, generate our own clients. I'd rather reward my client $100, $200, and that client will bring us more clients than paying someone else money to give us lead, and the quality of the lead is not good, and it makes you suffer. And every day you have to spend a few hours calling leads, and the leads will yell at you and say, you'll never call me again, I hate you, and all that. It's not good. So I'd rather reward our clients so that we can generate more business in the future. So, and one way is to build a big social media presence, build up a relationship with them, maintain the communication, so that they always remember us, always come back to us, and refer more clients to us. So this is something I've been working on, social media. Um, I want, let's say I have 25,000 clients. I want that 25,000 to remember me and always in communication with me. Um, Wherever I want to tell them, I can click a button, send out a message. They all get notified. They love it. The key is they love it. They love to receive communication from us, not hating us for spamming them. Um, 1 second. Uh, I'm sorry, I've been ignoring. Curry, you have any question? Curry?
Yes, hi, Thuan. Great stuff. Just to connect with what you were saying earlier about you were trying to roll out ChatGPT or AI. Do you have plans to, once you get the 1003 filled out, do you have plans to feed that 1003 into like AI engine or ChatGPT and give you a summary of like a quick like points, like 4 or 5 points. So this way you can kind of like take a quick summary of what the application in 1003 is all about, and also some dates. So once you have all this information collected, feed it into like an AI engine or ChatGPT and give you all these critical dates, these critical information that you need in order to like be more efficient with each application.
I don't think it's that urgent yet. I think that no matter what, all of us should try to be good at structuring the loan. Should try to learn about about guidelines, calculate DTI. All of these are important. Even if we can build a smart ChatGPT can do the work for you, you still have to know how to do all of this. I think it's important. So right now, our goal with ChatGPT is first understand about the company, about the process, about general knowledge. And then the second step would be able to help the consumer to quote rate. So right now they can go to our website and run the pricing, right? But we want to teach it how to help the client with rate. You know, if they want to know the rate, or if they want to know if they qualify or not. Things like that is more helpful for the consumer. We want to help the consumer. We want to bring them to us. We want to bring them to us. So let's see. Hold on 1 second. So I just finished the first page, right? Let me see. Someone raised the hand earlier. I'm sorry. I didn't ask.
Oh, it was me. I just wanted to know, you had mentioned like practicing on a website. It was like then 18 or something.
Yeah, this one. It's our sandbox. So
Yeah.
you can go here and pretend that you are a consumer. You check the rate. You can click on application. You can fill it out. You play around with it. It's the same. It's just that it has fake data. That's all. But the process is the same. You play
Okay.
around with it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I will. Okay. We are launching. We are launching this portal to help with the training. So any training that I provide, we will have it here, and we will show you how to learn how to play around with the website. Uh, yeah, we can show you. We'll give you the username and password of this, so that you can play two role. One role is the consumer, fill out application, and then you log in as the loan officer, and then you process it. So we will come up with exercise for you, so you can play around, and then we ask you question. we ask you a question for you to answer, but we are building the portal to help with training. Okay, so we are running out of time again. So I have a lot to share, but one thing I want everyone to do now is to set up Google Review. Set up Google Review. Because, and then write your marketing plan. What do you want to accomplish? And then what will you do to accomplish it? I really want to spend more time with each of you to go over your plan, and then I give you advice. You can be brand new, or you can be an experienced loan officer, but I want to see if you have any plan and how do you want to accomplish your goal, and then I can give you my feedback. I can give you my feedback. Hey, Brittany.
What do you mean by marketing?
Hello, Brittany.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, let's say I want to close 15 loans this year. I want to have 15 loans, close loan this year.
Oh, and like how we do that.
And how you accomplish it. What kind of marketing you will do? Who are you targeting?
Okay, that makes
what
sense.
would you do? What is your short-term goal? Let's say 2 months from now. What can you? What is your goal in 2 months? You know, and then every day, what would you do to get your goals? You know, things like that. You brainstorm, you write it down, and I would love to go over with you. Hey, Margaret.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have a question. It's an operational question about a portal. It's like well, we just went through like how to set the alert, but there's a scenario that if you have another loan and they are currently the debt status, so this client is inactive status. So how to move the client under the loan inactive and debt status back to the prospect, so I can set the red alert for them.
Let me share. So your question is, let's say if you have a loan, but it's archived, it's debt, it's archived, right? So you can create red alert for all of them. There's no problem.
It's prospect. I mean, like loan, not prospect.
Same thing. Prospect is harder. Loan. Same thing. We
and it's inactive.
Yes, you can. You can create red alert for all of them too. You have alert here.
Yeah, that's interesting because I, for the inactive loan, I don't see the alert sign on my portal.
Here, see, the loan is dead here, all of them dead, but we have inactive alert here.
Well, that's not what I'm seeing. For me, it only have an action. It don't have the alert option for me.
Maybe maybe you did not create an alert. You need to create an alert. Can you talk to your LOA, and then if they cannot figure out, let me know.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me know. See, we have inactive alert everywhere.
All right.
So maybe because you forgot to create an alert to begin with, and that's why you don't see it. Hey, Michael. Hello, Michael.
Can you hear me okay, Thuan?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, just curious. How do you want us to go about setting up a meeting with you? What's the best way to do that?
Set up what? I'm sorry.
A meeting with you.
A meeting. Okay. My plan is, you know, first my schedule is so busy, but I want to make it as a commitment. So this is what I'm thinking. Like every Friday or Saturday, I will put aside 2 hours so for anyone to sign up with me.
Okay. All right. Yes.
So let me announce that to everyone. So I will allocate a time every week. Anyone can just sign up and meet me for any reason. So
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
thank you, Michael. Thank you. I have a lot more to share. A lot of feature, a lot of things I want to share, but we have to wait until the next time. I will be in the Philippines this week and next week, but so we might have to wait 2 weeks from now. But I'm working with Moso to have a lot of improvement. One thing is to come up with a system to allow anyone to sign up to be a mentor or to find a mentor. That's one thing. And then we will improve the system so that you can go into enter your marketing plan. We will help you with marketing. So basically, if you don't have a profile on Facebook or LinkedIn, you should do it now. And if you already have it, we want to have it. You need to stay active. Whoever is not able to stay active, or you don't know what to post, you don't have the content, then we want to be able to help you. You can check the button and say, help me, something like that. And then the marketing team will try to help you by sending you the content every week or twice a week. Or even if you are so busy, you give them access to your account, your Facebook or social or LinkedIn, and they can log in and post for you. So we want to keep it going, but we need to have Moso to help improve so that everything can happen automatically. We don't want 200 of you send an email to marketing and then they have to respond back and forth like that. It's crazy. So we want to build a system so that everything can happen automatically. No one needs to communicate. Let's say, I want this, I want this, I want this. And that's it, it's done. So, and that is my job right now. I'm working on this feature to make sure things can happen automatically for everyone. Yeah, hi, Stony. Hey, Stony. Hello, Stony. We cannot hear you. We can wait for you until you're on. Look like you have problem with the mic. So, a few more things that I want. So last weekend I went over with one of my friends. He's very genius. He knows how to evaluate the traffic and how to bring in the traffic to our website. Of course, sometimes we have to pay, but he's so good and he's gonna help us with that. I want to.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I just wanted to ask one question about the Moso system. I noticed that it only shows the debt ratio, and I assume that that's just the bottom ratio. If that is correct, I would manually calculate my top ratio on every deal just to make sure it's within the guidelines of a conforming or an FHA deal, correct?
Yeah. Basically, the system will try to attempt to calculate the DTI. And if you have not pulled a credit report, we don't have the other debt. And therefore, wherever it is, it's calculated. So if you pull the credit report, your DTI will be updated automatically.
Yes, but it would be the bottom. It would be only showing the bottom, right? In all of the LOS systems, such as Encompass and all of the other ones, that are out there, it shows the top ratio and the bottom because
Can you remind everyone here and even myself what is the top and the bottom DTI?
Well, the top would be just the pity. It would be just the new principal, interest payment, taxes, and insurance, whereas the bottom ratio would include the pity and all of the other revolving debt, monthly revolving debt.
Exactly. So that's why in the application, in the prospect, if you have not put a credit report, we only calculate whatever available, which is a top DTI. But if you put a credit report, we have more information, we have more debt, then it will calculate and show the bottom DTI.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you. We only keep track one DTI, not top and bottom.
Yes.
We don't even distinguish that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the top is almost irrelevant now.
Exactly. Exactly. And I last week I try to push our underwriter to get rid of the DTI calculation worksheet and build into our system. That way you can calculate it and the underwriter can come in and review for you. Or underwriter can calculate it and you can just log in and see what are the calculations. So that is the goal, to have that feature, allow the underwriter to go in and calculate, because right now our system doesn't allow us to calculate the rental income, or if you look at the worksheet, it's very expensive. But our system, we can replace the worksheet, and that is the goal. We want to do that. Yeah. Anyone? So in the past week, I've been thinking so hard about bringing so much more clients, and all of you will be benefited. So, for example, my goal is to bring in a lot of traffic. We have 4,000 users every month to the website, to the homepage. We want to increase it 10 times, and then even more. And then here we can show your picture with the review, with your total production, with the feedback and all that. And then we try to feature whoever good, like got a lot of review or close a lot of transaction, or we see that good for the platform, good for the consumer, would move you up. So if you can try to improve your own production, your own knowledge, your own skill, you have a high chance of showing up here. Initially, we don't have a lot of internal loan officer, so we might use the whole state. Let's say if you are from Hawaii and you are the only loan officer there, you're gonna show on top for sure. But if the borrower later on, let's say California, there's a lot of loan officers in California, then we will break it down by county. And then eventually we'll break it down by city, the zip code, to show more relevant to the consumer. And one more thing that I've been working on is last week I announced about I will not be the loan officers for my own loans in 40 states. So if we have any new loans coming in, we will let you handle it. It's going to be a company generated lead. So to facilitate that, we need to have Moso to improve the system, because I need to know which loan officer want to sign up for this program. And what state. And let's say if there's a new loan coming in for Hawaii, let's say, and there are 2 loan officers want to get the lead, then we need to come up with a way. It could be round robin to assign the lead, or we have to know. Let's say we will also keep track of how you perform. We all know that some loan officers are good and some loan officers are not good. So let's say if you are a bad loan officer, we will define this. If you accept the lead and work on it, at the minimum, we want you to call the borrower every day and write note every day. That is the minimum. So if you are a bad loan officer, you don't call the clients, you don't pay attention, you're not moving the loan forward, you make a lot of problem or mistake, then of course we don't want to send more business to you. So we need to have a way to track that avoided loan officer or reduce the ranking. And whoever do a good job, we will pump up the ranking so you get more lead in the future. So I'm building that system right now. It's not easy at all. So there's one more thing I forgot to tell you. So my goal is to help you and help the consumer. So my goal is to make sure you have more clients and the client also happy. So I have to balance between the two. If you cannot help the client and make sure they are happy, so I'm sorry, I have to give it to someone else. So it's a system. And of course, I want to give everyone a chance. Like if you are new to the industry, you need experience, we will help to give it to you. And we understand that, let's say you are so new, we understand that, but we want to see effort from you. Are you trying your best? Are you trying to call the borrower every day? Are you trying to talk to the loan officer assistant to get help to learn? Things like that. So we do at Loan Factory, we don't care if you are a new loan officer, but we care about a year from now, 2 years from now. Can you be the top loan officer? Are you learning? Are you working hard? Things like that. We will reward you. Yesterday, one thing popped up in my mind that I should contact Costco to see if we can work with them. So imagine if we can work with Costco. Imagine that the loan officer can go to Costco every weekend. You have a table there. You can help the customer there every weekend. That would be amazing. Yeah. So I will try to reach out to Costco to see that at every single store, we can have our loan officer coming in every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and have a table there to greet the client and get the clients. That is the best thing can happen to Loan Factory. So, and then all of you can go to your local Costco store and be there on the weekend to get clients. So I think it's a good idea. My goal is to become Airbnb of mortgage. So the consumer can come to us. Right now, almost all consumers, if you pay attention, they don't know where to go to. Almost all of them. When they need to borrow money, they don't know who to reach out to. The reason is very simple, because most loan officers out there are not good. Either not good or not trustworthy, or doesn't have good grade. There's a lot of different reasons why the consumer got scared. So if we can build our platform, can improve our reputation, our image, and we can gain the trust from the consumer, everyone will come to us. And I don't see that any company out there in a better position than Loan Factory. because we have the technology, we have the size, we have the rate, we have the reputation, we have everything needed. So it is. I got so motivated the last few days, and I need a lot of help. I think we can make it happen. We can become a platform, a trusted platform where the consumer can come. But at the same time, I have to make sure that loan officer at loan factory are good enough, and will not damage our reputation. So that's why I have to keep monitoring everyone, make sure everyone do the right thing. Okay. So thank you, everyone. I might have to skip next week because I will be in the Philippines. But the following week I will be back, and I need a lot of help. Any one of you, if you can step up a little bit to help me, a little thing here and there, I think it's really helpful. I really appreciate if you can help a little bit here and there. It not only allow me to know you, but also allow you to understand about the company, the system, allow you to know other people here. And one thing I promise that if anyone that help me, I will try my best to help back one way or another. I will help back. Who knows that I can promote you in the system so that you have more clients, or I can give you more clients in a company lead. Lately, I've been so busy, I don't want to originate anymore. I want to focus on the main task, which is building a platform for the consumer and for the loan officer. So I want to step back from originating. I don't want to help. I don't want to talk to the clients anymore. I want all of you to help me with that. And that's why we will roll out in 2 phases. The first phase would be 40 states. All the loan coming from these 40 states will go to you. And then the second phase is I completely stop originating. So I hope everyone understand me, and if anything you can help, let me know. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.